Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a full face of makeup $5 and under. And when I tell you $5 and under, I mean it, not a cent more. So let's get right into the video. All right, let's get the hair out of the face. I chopped off my hair, you guys. What do you think? It's short. I like it. It's so much easier to style in the mornings. So the first thing that we are going to go into is the eyeshadow, but obviously we need to prep the eyelids. So I'm going to be picking up this concealer. This is from Essence. And I am going to be putting the prices somewhere on the screen so that you know how much it cost and also where I bought it. So I'm going to put a little bit on the eyelids, and then with my finger I'm just going to kind of like press it and drag it all over the eyelid. Now to set the eyelids, I'm going to grab this Duo palette from Wet n Wild, and I'm just going to grab a fluffy brush and dip into that banana powder and set the entire eyelid. So I'm just going to do circular motions all over the eyelids. And now for the eyeshadow, we're going to go into this e.l.f. palette, and this one is in the shade I Love You a Latte. So I'm just going to grab this Real Techniques 085 brush, and I'm going to go into this shade right here. So it's the second shade, and I'm going to put this on my crease just like that. Just windshield wiper motion. Same for the other eye, and just on the crease. So since I have hooded eyes, I'm putting it like a little bit more on top, because once I open up my eyes, I don't want that color to disappear. So I'm just putting it right like on top of the crease. So now I'm going to grab a similar brush, and I'm going to go into this darker shade right here. So it's the last shade, and I'm going to focus this on the ends and then bring it in just to kind of darken the outer part a little bit, make the eyes look more deep. Just like that. And then once there's not so much product, I'm going to go towards the middle, just like that. And I'm going to do the same for the other eye. So just focus that on the end and then start bringing it in. And I'm holding my brush from like the very end because I don't want so much pressure when I'm applying the eyeshadow right at the end. Just gonna go over one more time just to smooth out the eyeshadow and make sure that there's no harsh lines, no harsh shadow. And see how it like deepens up my eyes and kind of like makes them appear look bigger. So that's what I'm going for here. Just bigger eyes, because I honestly have smaller eyes. Just like that. So I'm going to go back into that second brush and not adding any additional product. I'm just going to go over the crease one more time just to make it look smooth. So just again, back and forth motions on both eyes, just like that. And this palette doesn't have any shimmery shades. So what I'm gonna do is go into the Sunlighter by Essence, and I'm going to put my finger in here and then just tap that into the inner part of the eyes, just like that, where we didn't go in with any of the eyeshadow. And one more time, gonna go back into that 085 by Real Techniques brush and just make sure that everything is nice and smooth. So that is it for the eyes for now. Now we're gonna get into the face, and the first thing that we're gonna go into is the primer. I have the Power Grip Primer by e.l.f. This one, the full size, is $10, but you can get the travel size one for $5. So what I'm gonna do is put some on my fingers, rub it, and then start applying this to the face. So I just grabbed another pump just to make sure that I get the entire face nice and covered with the primer. And I do like to tap it sometimes, or like press it onto the skin, but other times I will just kind of like drag it at first, but not like drag it, kind of like smooth it on, because you don't want to drag it, otherwise it's just going to not necessarily apply to the skin. You especially don't want to do this on like areas where you crease a lot. So I tend to crease a lot like right here and up on my forehead. So there I really do actually like to make sure that the product is nice and pressed in. So we're gonna allow the primer to dry for about a minute, and then we'll go in with the rest of the face. All right, you guys, so now the primer is nice and dry. So we're gonna go into the foundation, and for the foundation, I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I'm going to shake it up a little bit. I always like to do this with liquid products. And this one is in the shade Cream Beige. So I'm going to apply this all over my face. And then grabbing a damp beauty sponge, I'm going to just start pressing this into my skin. And I am, per usual, avoiding the under eyes. I really wish that there was a cheap, like, color correcting concealer, because you know, I love to color correct my under eyes because these bags are no joke, but I honestly couldn't find anything that was under $5. And like I said at the beginning of the video, this video is seriously, all products are $5 and under. So I was a little sad about that, but it's okay. No pasa nada. I'm going to also bring this down to the neck. And just making sure that this is all nice and smooth. And then just get it around the nose also. Okay, now we're gonna go into the cream bronzer, and I'm going in with this Wet n Wild contour stick, but the shade is warm enough to use as a cream bronzer, so that's what I like to use it for. And I'm just gonna put some here. Depending on the shape of your face, that's how you want to apply your cream bronzer or contour. I have a diamond shape face, so I'm applying it to those areas. I used to like put it here, but apparently I don't have to. And I know I had mentioned it before that like my jawline was pretty structured, so I didn't really feel the need to necessarily apply product there. And I was right. Like, I didn't have to apply product there. What I would do is just with whatever was left over on the brush, then I would go in on the jawline, but literally I just need to put it here. So based on your face shape of your face, apply the cream bronzer or cream contour where you should. So to blend this out, I'm going in with the Real Techniques 099 brush, and I'm just going to tap this in just like that. And I love this brush because it's got like it's like a triangle shape, and so the point really helps get around like the nose area super easy. So I'm just pressing this in. I'm not dragging it. Just tap, 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 press, press, press. And same for the cheekbones. Bringing this up. I don't want to go any lower than like my ear. So I'm really trying to bring this upward and not down. And then the chin. All right, so now we're gonna go into the cream blush, and this one is new from Wet n Wild. It is the Mega Glow Lip and Cheek color, and this one is in the shade Coral Dream. So I'm just going to apply one dot there and there. I did test it out on my hand before, and it is pigmented, so we have to keep that in mind. I think I just want to go in with the damp beauty blender, so I'm going to take like the tip and then just start tapping this in. Yeah, there we go. So it is pretty pigmented, and like I said, $5 and under. So somewhere on the screen, I will put how much this was and where I got it. And I'm just bringing it up. I'm not going to bring it around my eyebrows today. I'm just going to bring it upward. Okay. Now we're going to go into the concealer, and I'm going in with the Essence Keep Me Covered Concealer. This one is in the shade Light Medium, and I'm going to apply it to the forehead, down the nose a little bit, Cupid's bow, side of the nose, a little bit on the chin, and then under the eyes. and then just a tad bit at the ends. And then we're gonna allow the concealer to get a little dry on the skin for about 60 seconds. So now that it's been about a minute, I'm gonna start blending the concealer or pressing it into the skin, and I'm going in with the Real Techniques 242 brush, and I'm just gonna start pressing this into the skin. So I'm just tapping just like that, down the nose. I forgot I wanted to go in with the setting spray first. Oh well, it's okay. Let's just keep on blending this in. I love this brush because it like easily gets into like the side of the nose. And it's like, it's just perfect. Like you'll see like right here, see how it like contours right into like the inner corner of the eye. I love that. And then at the end, you just kind of switch the brush from this to this, and it gets on the side so easily. So let's just press this in. I think I want to go in with a second layer of the concealer only on the under eyes. So I'm going to put just a little bit more. And again, we are going to allow it to dry for about a minute, and then we will start blending that again. All right, again, it's been about a minute, so I'm just going to press this in. And yeah, I think that that second layer really helped to like brighten the area up. I just like brighter like under eyes. So if you ever have to go in with a second layer, like do it. Just don't apply as much as you did the first time. So like you saw, I didn't put any on the ends just because I don't want the same amount, you know what I mean? And mainly I want to brighten up like the middle area, not so much like the ends. So again, if you need to go in with a second layer of the concealer, go ahead and do that. So now to set the under eyes, I'm going to go in with this Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder, and I'm just going to pick it up with a powder puff. So I'm going to swirl in the powder puff, and then on the back of my hand, press any excess off, and then go right into the under eye. Again, pressing that in and go right into the other under eye. So I saw on like TikTok that this girl didn't go like literally all under the eye. She left that little piece like not touched because for like textured eyes, you don't want to emphasize those textures. So I'm actually trying that out in this video, so we'll see how it is. For the rest of the face, I'm going to go in with the banana shade on this Mega Glow contour palette, and I'm just going to use the same powder puff, and again just swirl it on the back of my hand or pat it, and then I'm going to put this anywhere else that I put concealer, just to set the concealer. And then any like left over, once I focused on the areas that have the concealer, I'm just gonna tap my powder puff all over the rest of the face just to set all of the other cream products. So now I'm going to grab this big fluffy brush. This is the Real Techniques 201 brush, and not really touching my face so much. I'm just going to lightly dust off any like excess powder that there might be on my face. So yeah, like I'm barely touching my face. And then any like powder that this is catching, I'm going to bring it onto my neck, since we did go in with foundation on the neck as well. Just like that. And now for the bronzer, I'm going in with the Mega Glow Contour Palette by Wet n Wild. If you don't have this, you should definitely get this. It's less than $5, and you get a setting powder as well as like a bronzer shade, because this one is light enough or warm enough to be a bronzing shade. So I'm going to pick that up with the Real Techniques 405 brush, and I'm just tapping it in here. Gonna dust off any of the excess, and then I'm going to put this anywhere that I put the cream bronzer. And again, I love these brushes because they have so many like edges to them that you can easily get around like areas that you applied product on. So like here, I can use the edge of this to get on the side of the nose, and then the big side to just press in right at the tip of the nose. I'm going to pick up a little more and go on the cheekbones. And I'm just like pressing this in. I used to swipe it, but it lasts longer, like the bronzer lasts longer when you just kind of like tap it in, press it in. So I've been doing that lately. I do sometimes like to press it on the back of my hand just to make sure that there's not like so much product on the brush, and so that it doesn't look patchy on the skin, and then it looks super nice. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna go back into the banana shade on here, and I'm gonna put a little bit on the jawline, not the jawline, oh my god, under the cheekbone, just a little bit, just to really like structure the face. And we're gonna let this sit on there for about a minute, and then we'll dust it off. So actually, while we allow this to like bake basically, we're gonna go into the blush. This one is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush in the shade Pink, Pinch Me Pink. And I'm gonna pick that up with this Real Techniques 070 brush. So I'm just gonna tap it in here, tap off the excess, tap off a little bit more on the back of my hand, and then put this on the high points of the cheeks. Well, this is actually a really pretty color. I was kind of scared because it looks like a pale pink to me at least, but I actually like it. It looks good, surprisingly. I was scared, to be honest. I like it. And now we're gonna dust off that banana powder lightly. And now we're gonna go into the Essence Sunlighter. This one is in the shade 40 Be My Sunlight. And I'm gonna pick that up with this Real Techniques 420 brush. So I just like to brush it on there, tap off any excess, and this I'm gonna put on the high points of the cheeks, just on top of the blush, and then on the tip of the nose, and a little bit on the bridge. And then on top of the eyebrows, just very, very lightly. And then on the chin, just like that. Now to set the face, we're going in with this NYX Matte Finish setting spray. This one I got for $4. I'm just going to say it right now. I got it for $4 at Ulta. It is the travel size. The large size or regular size is, I think, $10. Another good setting spray that you can use is the Wet n Wild matte one. I honestly didn't want to go to the store and pick it up, so I was already at Ulta and I saw this, so I was like, perfect. And you don't have to get full size products. You can get travel size products, and obviously they work just fine. You might need to go in for another one sooner than later, like with another one, but just get travel size ones, you know? So anyways, we're gonna spray the entire face. And then I'm gonna grab my beauty fan and just speed up the drying time. All right, so now we're gonna get into the eyes, and first I'm going to tightline my waterline, and I'm gonna go in with this Essence Stay in Play gel eyeliner. This one is in the shade But First Espresso. So I'm just gonna tightline the waterline. And this just allows for your mascara to look fuller. I need to like sharpen this up a little bit more because right now it's not that sharpened. And now we're gonna go into the eyeliner, and we're gonna go in with this new Essence eyeliner pen. This one is extra long lasting. It says it is a 24-hour long lasting eyeliner pen. This one is in the shade Blackest Black, and I have used this before and it does not smudge. It is perfect. It's almost similar to like the Maybelline Hyper Easy, and the good thing about it is it's under $5. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyeliner off camera, and I will be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and also curled my lashes after adding the eyeliner. So now we're gonna go into the mascara, and we're gonna go into this Essence Lash Like a Boss mascara. This one is waterproof, and we're just gonna start applying it. I have also used this before and it is so good. It really is waterproof, smudge proof. It doesn't run, so I love that. And literally with one coat, it's like enough. Like you don't need to go in with a second coat, but if you want to go in with a second coat, by all means, go ahead. It just makes your lashes look so much fuller. So I am actually going to go in with 2 coats of this, like I typically do with all of my other mascaras. Like, look at how the lashes are looking. They look amazing. I like seriously can't believe that this mascara is under $5. It's so good. Now we're gonna go into the eyebrows with this e.l.f. Instant Lift Waterproof Brow Pencil. The price is amazing. So I'm just going to really quickly brush the eyebrows with the spoolie side. And then all I typically like to do is really focus on the bottom, not so much on the top. So I'm just focusing that on the bottom. And then what I'll do is I'll just use a spoolie and bring up the product. So now I will, like I said, use the spoolie side and just comb the color up just to like distribute it with the rest of the eyebrows. Just because I want the eyebrows to look more like natural. So not going in on the top to me looks more natural. So that's why I don't do anything on the top. All right, there we go. So I'm gonna do some finishing touches on the eyes. So I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. palette again and grabbing the 085 brush. I'm gonna go into that second shade again. And I'm gonna put this under the waterline, just like that. And then same for the other eye. And I just like look up para no picarme el ojo. There we go. All right, so now for the lips, we are going in with the new e.l.f. lip liner. This one is in the shade, I can't remember. I think it was something with coffee, but it's a brown shade. It doesn't say it anywhere on the actual product, but it was something coffee or something brown. I don't know. I can't remember, but we're gonna go ahead and start lining the lips. And it is super, super creamy. And like the price, seriously, I could get like a whole bunch of these for the price of like one. Like, did you see how easy that was to apply? Amazing. Now we're going to go in with the lip color and we're going in with this Essence 8-Hour Matte Liquid Lipstick. This one is in the shade Cinnamon Spice. And we're just going to start applying this. This one is like a very light brown. This is such a pretty color. Like it's like a nice everyday brown. I think that I'm going to start using this for work. I'm going to spray the face one more time. And that is it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a huge thumbs up. Comment down below what else you would like to see. And if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button too. And with that being said, I will see you all on my next video.